Every single night, I managed to win over my sweet and naive girlfriend all over again. But the second I gave up my only chance for her, my chance to return to my original world, she suddenly drove a bus straight into me. It makes no sense. Just a little while ago, she still loved me with such incredibly pure devotion. She literally sacrificed absolutely everything to save me, even taking a hit that left her mind completely broken. She became so childish, and yet, right now she holds her first love's hand tightly, just openly mocking me with that cold smile. That is when it finally hits me. She faked that innocence the whole time, secretly plotting to steal my system so she could easily help her first love become a conqueror and gain immortality. I lie there fading on the cold ground, completely unable to believe it. I just stare blankly at my girlfriend, Bch Nin Biang. She wraps her arms around him so easily. In turn, he just gives this faint, little hidden smile. He tells me exactly, if she had not played dumb, how could she have broken your heart to keep herself here? But anyway, I really have to thank you for revealing the system to me. Otherwise, I would never have figured out how to save my beloved Turch. She pulls him close, his face looking pretty pale. He is Bch Nin Bing's unforgettable first love, battling a severe illness and fighting against that terrible condition for a very long time. Before all this, she actually swore to me that his failing health really had absolutely nothing to do with her anymore, saying they broke up ages ago. But now, I finally realize she has been scheming to save Turch for 3 whole years. Then bam, a sudden agony violently rips through my body, not from the crash impact, but the system actively punishing me. Because my mission was conquering Bch Nin Biang. If she stops loving me, the penalty hits hard. The pain is so intense, I let out a desperate groan. It feels exactly like being ripped into 5 separate pieces. Even after going through this multiple times, I can never get used to it. Does it hurt that badly? Bch Nin Biang just looks down at me, her tone completely indifferent. Can't you conquerors simply ask the system to completely wave away the pain? Her chillingly apathetic attitude instantly brings back memories of our happy days together. Back then, her eyes held nothing but me. I really thought I had finally found my true love. So I opened up and told her everything about the system, skipping the part about the brutal penalties. I was so afraid she would worry and feel heartbroken. But right now, every single word she drops makes me writhe in absolute agony. Turch suddenly steps forward, grabbing my hand tight. He fakes a gasp. Are you hurting? Nin Biang, maybe we should just stop chasing immortality completely. It's fine if I'm gone. Absolutely not. Bch Nin Biang instantly shoots that down, looking at him with pure heartbreak. Turch, you are nothing like him. He's a conqueror, so even if his time ends here, he just goes back to his original world. But if you fade away, you will truly have absolutely nothing left. You don't need to pity him. Turch, while Bch Nin Biang is completely not paying attention, throws me this incredibly smug look, leaning in to whisper, you know what? I actually told Bch Nin Biang that as long as she simply, now watch how twisted this gets. He says she knew rejecting you brings physical torture, so from then on, she constantly repeated that she simply does not love you at all. She only loves me. I'm the true main character of this world, after all. The moment he finishes speaking, Bch Nin Biang pulls him into a tight embrace. Her gaze toward him is so incredibly gentle, it sends a brutal chill right down my spine. Nam Sen Villa. I already bought it to be our newlywed home. I once confessed to Bch Nin Biang that back in my original world, I had absolutely no parents, zero family left. The single thing I truly wanted was a home to call my very own. So she went and bought that beautiful villa. Specifically, this Nam Sen Villa. I spent all my time meticulously renovating it by myself, pouring care into every single detail. Finally, waiting until this exact year, so we could move in. Yet now, she just wants me gone forever. I let my hands drop, whispering to the system, I finally tracked down a brand new master for you. Better yet, there are 2 of them. Now, can you finally just let me go? Bch Nin Biang, since you already do not need me anymore, I'm done needing you too. The system chimes and new hosts detected. Are you absolutely certain you want to transfer ownership to them? Hearing that mechanical voice, I just glance over at Bch Nin Biang and Turch. The 2 of them are hugging and kissing passionately, with bright fireworks literally exploding behind them in celebration. For a split second, I picture the old Bch Nin Biang who used to who used to look at me so innocently, saying Than, thank you for staying by my side. I love you. She used to massage my shoulders daily, wash my clothes. Before her, nobody had ever loved me like that. I genuinely believed she was the one person I could rely on for my entire life. But I was completely wrong. Swallowing the bitter taste of betrayal, I softly reply, I am sure. The system locks it in confirmation received, initiating the total transfer process now. Wait, why has the system not shown up yet? Turnturch suddenly asks out loud. Bch Nin Bieng quickly turns and explains to him. You can practically taste the irony here. She tells him Than is probably configuring it, just wait. He always zones out while communicating with it. Then, too. Hello there, new masters. The system's voice rings out loud and clear, and this time, I am not the only one hearing it. Starting today, you two will officially become my brand new masters. Please select your conquest targets right now. I choose Turnturch. And I choose Bch Nin Bieng. The two of them actually say it in perfect unison. It sounds so rock solid, making them look deeply in love. Unconsciously, my mind flashes back to when she was still innocent. Bch Nin Bieng once told me no matter what happens, I will always firmly choose Than. Yet right here, right now, she just boldly chose somebody else entirely. The system announces transfer in progress, requiring exactly 3 days to complete. Please wait patiently. With that, it vanishes, leaving behind a faint whisper. The system tells me I can only leave in 3 days. During that time, it promises to heal the injuries from my car crash. You can use this time to say goodbye to your loved ones. Here, right after that, my wounds start closing up instantly. I can actually see it happening with my own eyes. Bak Nin Bang looks totally amazed. She turns and tells Atrach to watch, bragging that she knew the system could help me heal up. The system is incredible. She claims they can be like this now, never fearing getting hurt or losing their lives. I stand up. I give her a deeply disappointed look. She has no idea the system is actually ruthless. I visit Grandpa in the hospital, because honestly, in this entire world, besides Bak Nin Bang, Grandpa is my only family left. He treats me so incredibly well. He would literally give me all his life savings just so Bak Nin Bang and I could buy a car. He even saves his favorite food, refuses to eat it, all just for me. But when I arrive at the hospital, I spot Bak Nin Bang and Tran Trach, holding hands super tight. She is holding a medical result. She tells Atrach how wonderful it is that she is going to be a mother. Those words pierce straight through my chest, because a while back, I also really wanted to have a kid with Bak Nin Bang. Back then, she played dumb. She straight up told me that we absolutely should not have any children. She claimed kids were just too annoying. I honestly thought she was just being simple-minded. Pure nonsense. But looking back at it now, she was telling the absolute truth. She just did not want a kid with me, but she is ready to have one with Tran Trach. Worse, she was already sneaking around with him the whole time. Suddenly, the system announces it is removing my punishment mechanism. From now on, I will no longer be affected by the emotions of my strategy target ever again. The moment it finishes speaking, my body feels incredibly light. I can finally break free from all these heavy emotional chains holding me down. I am finally free to live my own life. That works for me. When Grandpa sees me, he just hands me a fresh box of dumplings. He looks at me so gently. The nurse told him to make sure I ate them. Tears instantly rush to my eyes. If I actually leave this world, what happens? To my grandpa? Now, you have to realize my total panic here. I immediately rush home to grab my money. I used to live together with Bak Nin Bang, so all my belongings are still at her house. The second I arrive, I see the maid dragging my things right out the front door. When she spots me, she rushes to explain. She calls me sir, and says the madam ordered her to throw my stuff away. She claims I am never coming back here again. I quickly glance over my pile of belongings. Trashed. Everything is completely smashed to pieces. That includes the 10 custom dolls that Bak Nin Bang and I once made together. I genuinely never expected her to be this incredibly heartless. But my money is still sitting right there inside her bank card. I have to get it back. I try opening the front door, but the system buzzes wrong password. The maid looks super awkward. She tells me the madam ordered her to change the passcode too. My chest tightens. A direct hit. I try my best to steady my breathing. So what is the new passcode? The maid looks completely terrified to answer me. I tell her I still have things inside and must get them. August 12, 2018. That is the exact day. Bak Nin Bang and Tran Trach first got together. I stumble back 2 steps, finding this whole situation absurd. Just yesterday she was hugging me to sleep, claiming she loved me. Then just this morning, she tricks me out to some completely deserted road, promising me a huge surprise. After we step out of the car, she even ties a blindfold over my eyes. I stand there, eagerly waiting for her amazing surprise gift. But all I get is a massive, crushing impact straight into my body. Bak Nin Bang, did you really want me gone that badly? You stole my conqueror identity. Do you have any idea what it takes to become a real strategy maker? What I endured. I shoved the door open. Tran Trach has Bak Nin Bang pinned to the counter. His eyes are full of pure obsession. Bak Nin Bang whispers so gently at Trach, "From now on, I will love you with all my heart." Bam! The bag in my hand hits the floor. Even though I already decided to let her go, seeing this right in front of me still hurts like crazy. She demands to know what I am doing here. Bak Nin Bang glares at me, totally annoyed, stating I am not welcome here. Her freezing tone instantly drags my memories back to 3 whole years ago. Because of this exact woman fought the system. I took the punishment. Pure agony. It felt like every single bone shattering. The pain was so intense. I just wanted to end it all, but I pushed through, just for her. I genuinely believed we would stay together forever. I thought we would rule this mission world, but now I see how totally wrong I was. I just tell her I came for my money. Everything I earn is still with her, and I need it for Grandpa's medical bills. Now watch her reaction here. Bak Nin Bang hears this, but keeps right on moving like she heard absolutely nothing at all. I am so disgusted I could throw up, but I hold it in. Whatever, I'm leaving soon anyway, so I decide to just go grab it myself. I step toward the room, but Tran Trach suddenly calls out to me. Thien Than, didn't your grandpa already recover? Why do you still need the cash? The second he finishes, Bak Nin Bang shoots me this incredibly icy glare. She asks if I really love money that much. Then she tells me, straight up, even though I earned every cent, she is not giving it back. She claims this money belongs to this world, and I absolutely cannot take it with me. I never expected her to act this unbelievably shameless. The girl who used to love me, who cared for me so much, is just completely gone. Now, Bak Nin Bang, explain again. That money is for Grandpa's medical bills. I am not taking 1 single cent away. But she cuts me off. I cannot give it to you, so get out of here right now. I clench my fists. I want to argue back, but the words fail me. Honestly, right now, she is only going to listen to Tran Trach anyway. I turn around, ready to walk away, but Tran Trach suddenly grabs my arm. Thien Than, he says, please do not go. If you really need the cash, I can lend it to you. Then out of nowhere, he violently throws himself onto the floor, slamming his head right by the tea table. Bak Nin Bang shoves me away without a single thought. I slam hard against the counter, sending the hot tea spilling all over me. The burn hurts so much, I actually cry out. Thien Than, why did you push a Trach? Bak Nin Bang glares at me furiously. If you have a problem, take it out on me, but do not touch a Trach. Hearing his name over and over just makes me feel completely sick. Does she not even see the burn? But I just lack the energy to explain anything anymore. I only want to grab the money, settle things for my grandfather, and walk away from this place forever. Bak Nin Bang, just give me 500,000. I will leave immediately. Otherwise, I might just bully your precious a Trach. Bak Nin Bang glares at me with eyes sharp as knives and suddenly lunges forward, delivering a harsh slap. How can you be so incredibly cruel? Can we not just break up peacefully? I also want to split up on good terms. But you simply refuse. I only want the cash. I manage to force every single word out as she shoves me straight to the ground. Fine. I will give it to you, but with one condition. What condition? I ask, while coughing weakly. Kneel down and apologize to a Trach. I freeze, never expecting she could actually say those harsh words. I always thought that no matter what happened, she still had some lingering feelings left for me. After all, we spent so many years together. Fine, I reply. She stands up as I slowly walk step by step, right in front of Tran Trach. I kneel down and force out a simple sorry. Suddenly, Bak Nin Bang shoves my head hard against the floor. The sharp pain makes me bite my tongue. You heard a Trach earlier, so this makes things completely fair. Can you just hand over the money now? She slowly pulls the card out and places it right by her foot. Crawl over and get it yourself. My calm reaction leaves her stunned. She clearly never expected me to Just accept everything like this. I was always such a proud guy before all this. But I am leaving soon, and for my grandfather I can honestly do absolutely anything. I reach out to take the card, but she suddenly grabs my wrist tight. She grits her teeth. Lam Thien Than. Just for money? You can actually stoop this low? I clench my fists tight, suddenly remembering that time she struck me down without a single trace of hesitation. She clearly does not care about me anymore, so I do not need to care about her either. I grab the card and stand up, but right then, I get a message my grandfather is in trouble and heading to the emergency room. I immediately want to rush straight to the hospital, but Bok Nin Bang grabs me hard. You get the money and wants to run off? Nothing in this world is ever that easy. You have to stay right here and work as our servant for a few days. I am busy. Let me go. I struggle, but her grip is terrifyingly tight. Bok Nin Bang, a grandfather is in real trouble. You have to let me go. Hilarious. You grab the money and suddenly he is in trouble. Lam Thien Than, are you actually making up stories about your own grandfather just for cash? I am not. I panic so much I can barely breathe. Right here is where the madness kicks in. The system suddenly pops up. Transfer ready. No need to wait 3 days. Do you want to swap now? Yes, I want to. I roar out loud, completely startling. Bok Nin Bang. The system begins the transfer countdown. 1. What on earth are you even talking about? Bok Nin Bang stares at me with deep suspicion. 2. In this moment, my heart is completely filled with resentment. Bok Nin Bang, you really thought you could just steal my tactician status like that? Let me tell you something. Starting right now, your absolute worst nightmare has finally begun. 3. Transfer completely successful. Both system hosts have been successfully bound. From now on, please focus on completing your new missions. Hearing that voice makes Bok Nin Bang and Tran Trach absolutely thrilled. I take this chance to slip away and jump into a car. My mind keeps replaying the horrible times that system tormented me. I honestly do not even know how I managed to survive all of that. The pain was so brutal and terrifying. But right now, all of that nightmare has been shifted to someone else. The moment I reach the hospital, I get the worst news. My grandfather is gone. Right by his hospital bed sits a box of dumplings he never got to finish. My entire body goes completely numb and I collapse. My head is ringing so loudly and everything around me moves in slow motion. I cannot believe it. I simply refuse to believe he is really gone. But right then, Bok Nin Bang and Tran Trach walk over holding hands. Their faces are full of smug pride. Now, we have the system so we will never age and never get hurt again. Bok Nin Bang is looking so incredibly happy right now. She looks exactly like she did back when she used to say she loved me. The heartbreak hits me as I lunge and grab her collar. Bok Nin Bang, my grandfather is gone. If you had not held me back, he might still be okay. I could have at least seen him for one last time. This is all your fault. I let all my heavy emotions out on her. She shoves me back hard. Her eyes show quick panic, but she quickly snaps back. Your grandfather was already sick. What does that have to do with me? I lean against the wall, sobbing. Tran Trach steps up, handing me a tissue, but then he leans in close. Guess what really happened to your grandfather just now? I freeze completely. He smirks and continues. I sent someone to tell him you were caught cheating and Bok Nin Bang dumped you. He got so furious, his heart just gave out right then. On the spot, every single word he says explodes like a bomb inside my head. I completely lose all my self-control and throw a heavy fist straight into his smug face. You absolute monster, give my grandfather back to me. Bring him back. I go completely wild, blindly swinging at him. Bok Nin Bang quickly runs over and kicks me hard. She hugs Tran Trach tight with a completely heartbroken look. Trach, are you okay? I am thrown against the wall in pure pain. The girl who used to hold me is now holding someone else, and my only family left in the world is really gone. I stared out in pure despair, seeing that railing ahead. Suddenly, a dark thought crossed my mind. To just walk away from everything. Step by step, I stepped closer. Just as I was about to jump, Bch Nin Biang suddenly grabbed onto my arm tightly, her face full of absolute disbelief. Are you completely crazy? Just because your grandpa passed away, you would do something this extreme? I shoved her away hard. Bch Nin Biang, I seriously regret ever loving you. If I had never loved her, I wouldn't be suffering like this. I wouldn't have to go through all this intense pain. And my grandpa in this world wouldn't be gone either. I brushed her hand off and left the hospital to handle his final arrangements. The system reminded me that the exit portal for this world was currently being built. It would notify me when I could finally leave. If I had any lingering regrets, here, I should finish them up. I couldn't believe it. The system used to be so ruthless to me, but now, it's actually saying things like this. Honestly, let in BCH Nin Biang and Turnturch replace me as the strategy player was perfectly fine. At least I wouldn't have to do endless missions anymore, and no more suffering through those terrible punishments. My grandpa's funeral was incredibly simple, just some white chrysanthemums and me. I knelt down before the tombstone, bowing to say my final goodbye. Suddenly, BCH Nin Biang showed up, holding a bouquet of white chrysanthemums too. Your grandpa used to treat me so well. I'm to visit him for a bit. Looking at her, I let out a mocking laugh. BCH Nin Biang, did you forget? You're a strategy player now? The moment I said that, the flower slipped from her hands. She grabbed her head, stumbling back a few steps. It hurts. What is happening? I knew exactly what it was. The system's punishment for her. And this was just the beginning. I stood up, giving her a completely cold look. You should just go back to Turnturch. I turned around, wanting to walk away, but she frantically grabbed onto my leg. Don't go. I have something I want to say. She spoke while pulling a bank card out from her pocket. After your grandpa passed away, I've been thinking a whole lot. You helped me with so many things before, so consider this my thank you fee. I couldn't believe she was actually offering me money on her own. But money has absolutely no value to me anymore. My grandpa is gone, and I just don't care about cash in the slightest anymore. I tossed the card on the ground. I don't need this. BCH Nin Biang, don't ever come looking for me again. She shrank back, her eyes brimming with pure shock. I turned and walked away. Stepping out of the cemetery, I bumped right into Turnturch. He had this incredibly smug look. See that? Even if you are a strategy player, so what? Didn't I still snatch the female lead right from under you? Elm Thi and Than, a pathetic guy like you, could never beat me. I knew I couldn't fight him on this, so I kept my voice soft. How about this? I still have a few days before leaving. For the time I have left, let me act as a nanny for you two. Hearing that, he looked completely stunned, totally in disbelief. You know what you are even saying? I do. I just want to take really good care of you both in these final days. But honestly, I just want to witness them getting thoroughly punished with my own two eyes. Only then can I leave in peace. Is your brain short-circuiting? Turnturch glared at me with pure disgust. Right then, BCH Nin Biang walked over. Fine by me. It seemed like she wasn't joking around. I had no idea what she was thinking. But here's the thing. I just wanted front row seats to their karma. So I followed them straight home. The very first thing Turnturch did was throw a huge pile of underwear right at me. Go wash these clean, dry them, and give them back to Nin Biang and me. I knew he intentionally did that just to gross me out. But right now, I don't love BCH Nin Biang anymore. So there is absolutely no way he could make me feel disgusted at all. I turned my head, getting ready to do the laundry. But BCH Nin Biang coldly spoke up. Truly pathetic. Whatever we tell you to do, you just do it. Where did your old attitude go? I didn't understand why she would say that, and I didn't care enough to ask silently. Walking away, while washing their clothes, I could still hear the two of them inside the room. I heard it, but honestly, I felt absolutely nothing inside. BCH Nin Biang, Turnturch, just you wait. Sooner or later, both of you are going to deeply regret stealing my rightful title as the strategy player. After drying everything, I brought the clothes inside. BCH Nin Biang was hugging Turnturch, her face practically glowing with pride. Just now, the system rewarded us with 100,000 points, since our strategy teamwork was such a huge success. Elm Thi and Than, you should really be thanking me for telling you all about this. Otherwise, you'd go your whole life never knowing how amazing the system actually is. I didn't say a single word back, just giving a faint smile. Well, congratulations to you both. I hope you won't regret this later. The very next day, BCH Nin Biang took Turnturch on a trip abroad, and they actually brought me along too. Right now, I just wanted to watch them face their inevitable punishment, so I very happily went with them. The moment we arrived, BCH Nin Biang ordered me to buy condoms. I turned around, getting ready to go buy them, but she suddenly spoke up. Do you really not care at all about me and Turnturch doing that? You were never like this before. Why in the world should I care about that? I answered her perfectly calmly. Didn't you literally just tell me that I don't love you anymore? Her face gradually darkened into this truly gloomy expression. What I mean is, you used to love me so much. How could you stop loving me this fast? Hearing that, I burst out laughing. If I drove a car into you, and then got together with someone else, would you still love me? But you didn't actually get physically hurt. Yeah, but my heart was completely broken. Bch nin bieng. For the rest of my life, I will never love you again. After buying the stuff, I returned. Bch nin bieng was gently talking to Turnturch. Go out to the beach and take photos first, okay? Some friends are looking for me, so I can't join you. Saying that, she tried to stand up to grab the condoms. But right at that exact moment, she suddenly collapsed to the floor, violently convulsing, clutching her head and screaming, "Ah, it hurts." Turnturch panics and rushes over. Nin bieng. What's wrong? Don't scare me. I just stand on the side, quietly watching it all unfold. Deep down, I feel incredibly satisfied. All this pain she's feeling, I went through it all. The system I got stuck with is brutally strict. If Bch Nin Bieng showed even the slightest hint of not loving me, I'd get punished. Once, just because she was too busy with work and couldn't go out for a walk with me, the system punished me. Over the years, I took countless hits. Every single time, the pain was so severe, I just wanted to fade away entirely. But for Bch Nin Bieng, I endured it over and over again. I held on, I kept holding on, and yet, now, it's finally her turn to taste the exact pain I went through back then. Because Turnturch gets closer, Bch Nin Bing's intense pain suddenly vanishes. They have no clue how completely unforgiving the system actually is. Nor do they realize that this is a direct punishment from the system itself. Bch Nin Bieng gasps for air. Lately, I feel like I'm getting sick. These sudden severe headaches. We should go to the hospital. Turnturch takes her to get checked, but they can't find a single thing wrong. But this pain? It's just the start. Bch Nin Bieng, are you already unable to handle it? Thinking about everything I had to endure, I just want to make her hurt 100 times more. I really want her to know exactly how hard it is to be a strategy player. I want her to understand just how much effort and heart I poured out back then, just to love her. That night, at a beach bonfire party, Turnturch holds a bouquet of roses and suddenly proposes to Bch Nin Bieng. Her face is absolutely full of shock. She hesitates, not answering right away. She must be thrilled. Sure enough, the very next second, she takes the bouquet, accepting his proposal. But get this, I don't know if it's my imagination, but I feel like she keeps glancing my way every so often. Why look at me? Does she want to see if I'm heartbroken? Well, of course, I'm not hurting anymore, because I stopped loving her a really long time ago. The system gives a reminder tomorrow morning at 8, you can leave. Hearing that, I suddenly feel excited to go home. Even though in that world, I don't have any relatives or family, I do have a great group of friends. In this world, love isn't the only single thing out there that can heal a person. I suddenly figure it all out, happily drinking a glass of wine. Then, out of nowhere, Bch Nin Bieng walks right over, giving me a pretty cold stare. You look so happy. What are you thinking about? Nothing. I find her so confusing and just want to walk away. But she keeps following right behind me. Elm Thi and Than. I want to say a few words to you. Before she can even finish, she suddenly falls down to the ground, holding her head and crying out in agony. Over on the other side, Turnturch is exactly like her, extreme pain, almost wanting to smash his head against the wall, just because he said one sentence to another woman earlier. The system punished him. Both of them are completely in the dark, unaware of how strict the system is. They have zero ways to dodge any of this, so they just have to take the punishment. First, it's a headache. Then the pain slowly feels like being torn apart by horses. It hurts so much. What in the world is actually going on here? Bch Nin Bieng struggles with all her might. I look at her and let out a soft laugh. Bch Nin Bieng, you know what? I actually have a secret. I never told you. What is it? She tries to speak, looking at me in pure agony. Strategy players might not be able to perish, but if they break the rules, the system punishes them. You mean being punished by the system right now? Exactly. That's impossible. Well, of course, you definitely think like that. You really thought that just by maintaining a relationship with Turnturch, as long as he never says he doesn't love you, the mission would count as a total success? I squat down right next to her and speak slowly. But you're wrong. The system can actually sense every single emotional shift inside both of your hearts. The moment there is even a tiny bit of faded love, or you put the other person aside to do something else, you get punished instantly. Every single time, the punishment brings unimaginable agony. That is exactly the reason why I once desperately wanted to escape the system, because it hurts too much. Any slight mistake gets instant punishment. But the system demanded that I had to go and find a new host to replace me, plus, that person had to volunteer. I once thought I'd never find anyone in this entire lifetime. Who would have thought that they'd agree to it? Now watch this unfold. Impossible. Bch Nin Bing's eyes go wide. The more she acts like this, the harder the system punishes her. Stop. It hurts. She rolls around on the ground. If this was before, I would feel so heartbroken. But now, deep down inside, I feel absolutely nothing. Finally, I get to see Bch Nin Biang and Turnturch face their punishment. Thinking back to how incredibly arrogant they were before. Now, knowing the truth, they must regret everything. In the middle of the night, Bch Nin Biang comes looking for me, her face pale, looking so pitiful. She looks at me. Why didn't you tell me all of this sooner? Because back then, I actually loved you, so I didn't want you to worry. I never expected it would eventually become a tool to get back at you. Bch Nin Biang really didn't expect you to steal away my exact status as a strategy player. She chokes up. After being tormented for a long time, she finally looks up at me, her voice totally bitter. Is there any way to disable the system? I suddenly let out a laugh. You're already unable to handle this pain so quickly? Then do you have any idea how many years of suffering I endured just for you? And that day when you stabbed me, every single word you said, right then, made my punishment even worse. You knew it, clearly, but you still kept going on purpose. She turns pale and shakes her head. I just thought you only hurt a little bit. I didn't expect it to be this agonizing. Plus, I thought having the system meant you'd be fine. I'm sorry, I really didn't know how much you were actually suffering. I'm a bit surprised. I didn't expect her to apologize, but I also have zero intention of ever forgiving her. Lam Thien Than, begging you, tell me how to remove this system. I don't want to be bound by it anymore. And I don't even want immortality anymore. There's no way to remove it. But I won't tell her the truth. It can actually be transferred. I want her to suffer for the rest of her life. Bok Nin Bang, if you hadn't been so completely selfish back then, none of this would be happening. You claimed you wanted to save Tran Trach, but really, it was all for yourself, right? You just wanted that sweet immortality. Faced with ultimate power, people just can't control their greed. I genuinely used to think Bok Nin Bang was different from the rest. That's why I told her everything. Never expected to bring disaster on myself. I just wanted a good life. She looks a bit guilty. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I've thought it through now. Just help me break the system, and I'll come right back to you, okay? Thien Than, I'll never betray you again. We can live so happily together, just like we used to. In the past, she and I really were incredibly happy. I even daydreamed about a whole lifetime like that. But it's way too late now. Bok Nin Bang, I have never once thought about forgiving you, because I can just never, ever forget that day you drove that car right into me. While I lay there completely broken, in absolute agony, you didn't even care. And when I begged for money, you just kept humiliating me. If you hadn't held me back, maybe I could have seen my grandfather one last time. Bok Nin Bang, that is exactly why I hate you so much. Tomorrow, I'm leaving. We are never going to see each other again. No, I'm begging you, please just don't go. She suddenly grabs my hand, pleading, I was wrong. I know I was wrong. I truly regret cheating on you. Being with Tran Trach, I actually realized I wasn't even that happy. When he proposed to me, I actually wanted to say no, but because I was terrified of the system's punishment, I said, yes, I love you, Thien Than. The moment she says it, the system instantly punishes her. She collapses right to the ground, screaming wildly, System, please stop punishing me. I'm begging you. Bok Nin Bang. This exact same pain, I had to endure it countless times before. For you, this is only just the beginning. Take your time and feel it. You've got a lot more agony coming. That night, I couldn't sleep at all, just sitting on the beach waiting until 8 in the morning. I really thought Bok Nin Bang had accepted her punishment and wouldn't look for me anymore. But get this, she actually shows up again. I'm begging you, Thien Than, please don't leave. Just give me one chance. I will love you for real. System, I want to change my capture target. Sorry. Once a host has locked in a capture target, it just absolutely cannot be Changed. You garbage system. Bak Nin Bang. Curses in pure fury. I look at her, suddenly feeling like she's actually quite pitiful. Her entire life is going to be chained to that system. Bak Nin Bang. If you hadn't been so selfish at the start, I wouldn't have escaped this system either. So I really should be thanking you for stealing my system away. Hearing me say that, she looks a little stunned, almost like she's thinking deeply about something. I know exactly what's on her mind. She must be remembering the very words she used to say to me in the past. Lam Thien Than, can I leave with you? She looks at me, her eyes filled with desperate hope. The system immediately starts punishing her again. This time, she doesn't make a single sound, just clenches her fists, gritting her teeth. I want to go with you. I'll make it up to you forever. I really know I was wrong. Even if I can't remove the system, I still want to be by your side. Bak Nin Bang, do you think I'd be moved? I just laugh. You think I don't know? You just want my help to find a way to remove the system? I know her way too well. She figures if she treats me well and makes me love her, I just won't have the heart to watch her suffer. Bak Nin Bang, you really do love me a bit. Otherwise, the system wouldn't even punish you. But your love isn't pure, and that system is going to follow you forever. No, I don't want it. She screams out. Thien Than, I only made one single mistake. I'm begging you, please. Forgive me. I check my watch. Just exactly 2 minutes left until 8 in the morning. The sun is already rising from the ocean horizon. Bak Nin Bang, I'm leaving now. Goodbye. Right as I finish speaking, Tran Trach suddenly appears too. He drops to his knees in agony right in front of me. Lam Thien Than, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken your grandfather away. I shouldn't have stolen Bak Nin Bang. I was wrong. Please help me remove the system. It hurts so much. I'm begging you. Bak Nin Bang hears every single word, eyes wide in absolute shock. What did you just say? You ruined his grandfather's life? I just wanted Lam Thien Than to suffer more back then, but I regret it now. It hurts. Lam Thien Than, save me. The two of them look incredibly pathetic, faces totally pale. Honestly, they look pretty pitiful, but I can't let myself soften. I won't help either of you. I say it completely coldly. One ruined my grandfather's life, and one betrayed me. For my entire life, I will never. And honestly, you totally deserve this. From now on, just live in this world and torment each other forever. Right as I finish speaking, the system instantly announces that I can finally return. My body slowly starts fading away. Bak Nin Bang's eyes go wide. She frantically lunges toward me, begging me not to go, but she just grabs empty air. When I open my eyes again, I'm already back in my original world. My friends are sending me messages, inviting me out for hot pot tonight. Suddenly, I feel like life here really isn't so bad at all. All those painful memories and that dark life in the past, maybe I should just learn to let it all go. After that, I start living a much more positive and optimistic life. I open up a little flower shop. Every single day, I arrange flowers and chat with all kinds of different customers. 2 years later, I accidentally run into Bak Nin Bang walks right into my flower shop after 2 whole years of us being apart. She looks totally drained, practically fading away into nothing. I only managed to recognize her. It is because of that necklace she is wearing, the exact gift I gave her back then. Seeing me, she breaks down, sobbing, sacrificing her entire existence just for one single chance to see me again. Her voice is totally choked up, face absolutely overflowing with pure regret. Right then, she pulls out a ring. She says I promised to marry her once, so now she wants to propose to me instead. She drops, hitting her knees right there on the floor. Her eyes look so incredibly gentle and totally sincere. I just tell her I am sorry, please leave. Then I push her away. I shut the door. Through the glass, I see tears streaming down her face. She cries out, Lam Thien Than, I love you. I know I messed up. Thinking you were a system player, I thought nothing could hurt you. That is exactly why I was so cruel. I am sorry. I was wrong. If there is a next life, I swear I will love you for real this time. After saying that, her body slowly fades into complete nothingness. I have no idea where she is going. Honestly, I do not want to know. I just want a peaceful life now. Forget Bak Nin Bang. Forget that stupid system. Mission world, over. Starting today, I am a completely brand new Lam Thien Than.